Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition. The headlines. Mumin Puhgele and Jamal Abdi Duriye fly the colors of Jewelry in the half marathon. Explosion of Choi for Marken in the 8th final. Kabul. Those were the headlines. Now welcome to the national news. This sporting and cultural event cross global Mr. Mohammed Ismail Ibrahim won 5,000 meters in the ninth Francophone game. So this sporting and cultural event represents a crossroad of exchange between Francophone countries and enable the affinity of the country and government that share the French language as well as other non-speaking countries in French. The honor of organizing this game in 2019 was awarded to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and it was supposed to take place in 2021, 4 years after Abidjan decision, but it was postponed due to an epidemic corona. So young athlete Abdulrazak Hassan Chiraz won his bronze medal in the spirit in the night Francophone game. So young athlete Abdulrazak Hassan Najira won his bronze medal in the spirit 1,500 meter in the night Francophone game with a bronze medal. The Francophone game is an international competition in which young athletes of various religions participate. All French speakers between the ages of 18 and 35 around the world, including young Egyptian athletes. Before the start of the race, the Egyptian runner Abdulrazak Hassan watched his participation in the race 1,500 meters continued intensive training, which enabled him to obtain and win the bronze medal in his achievement to be added to other achievements checked by young people during their participation in this Francophone game and reflect the talent and the ability of the athlete. In his speech, Abdulrazak Tange and Hassan Jara, the winner of the bronze medal, President of the Republic, Minister of Sport, and President of the Olympic Game, to support him and prize religious officials did not spare in order to provide them with what is required and sustainable condition for the proposed great achievement and result. Constantine Biden nominated participating in the literature competition within the activity of the 90 Francophone Games, which are currently being held in Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo. The cultural competition was organized at the Wallonie Central Library Prisel in Kinshasa in front of those flocked in large number to flow and encourage participants from various speaking countries in French. It's also noted noticed that young women, Biden and Nomen, won the second place in the competition of the Francophone Press Union in Djibouti. This cultural meeting constituted an opportunity to enhance exchange between artists and writers from the participating countries. The Egyptian Soul competition won the fifth place in the cultural competition, where he got Central, the first the Democratic Republic of Congo, followed by the Belgian and Switzerland to get the second place in the third place. Within the framework of the bilateral and cooperation between Djibouti and Cuba, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Saleh Boneita Trouab, headed the conference ceremony dedicated to the awarding a certificate of appreciation to 7 Cuban doctors in following the expiration of their dispatch period to the country. The Cuban ambassador accredited to Djibouti Minister Marosilo and Capelloro Torre participated in the event. And the technical advisors in charge of cooperation, Mr. Mahmoud Daoud, and the director of the Department of Material and Child Health, Mr. Fatima Ali Abdullah, in addition the director of Human Resource and Rehabilitation at the Ministry, Mr. Mahmoud Ahmed, and other officials. In a private speech on this occasion, dedicated they paid in farewell this group of doctors. Al-Amin expressed deep gratitude on behalf of the Jewish nation for the given and medical brigade that was standing. He did a great job contributing to raise the standing of the Jewish and Cuban bilateral cooperation in the field of health. Dr. Saleh Boneita Trouab noted that the number of Cuban doctors working in the facility, there are 81 male and female doctors at the level of Djibouti, the capital, and the interior region. Here is a report on the regional hospital Ahmed Abdazi Warsemia in Ali Sebi, which is witnessing a remarkable development. Today, the regional hospital was awarded the device of the last generation a scanner, which was inaugurated by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Omar Miguel, on May 11, 2023. Its treatment capacity is about 16 patients per day. Merit testing by a profession to provide a radiography in 3 dimension up to 120 weight on smallest format on a cell scale. High resolution medical instrument PH market. It's also likely to provide service in complex arrangement of the file, particularly in relation to radiology, dental, barometric X-ray. With the expression of the final coverage of all health needs of the resident of Ali Sebi. And Dikil, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, noted that the service provided by the Cuban doctors and their tireless efforts. They made it during their mission in Djibouti, characterized by professionalism, perseverance, and selflessness. For his part, the Cuban ambassador to Djibouti warmly thanked all the officials of the Ministry of Health for their appreciation on the attention Cuban doctors received. So, in intervention by the nurse, Muhammad Abdi Barhat, he expressed his happiness at what the hospital was witnessing achievement. أنواع in the framework of combating the illegal activities, the Customs Department, in cooperation with yesterday Tuesday Customs officer in Arta, managed to stop a large quantity of gat contraband. So this amount of smuggled gas was distributed to Djibouti, the capital, in way legally. This led to ongoing investigation from stopping the car that what was occurring after arresting Al-Sarah. All the quantity of gas was destroyed in the presence of the officer, the customs. Unknown Ali Sebi had in the context of the combating illegal activities, a customs officer stationed in Kilo and had managed the 50 by Sebi in close cooperation with the National Gendarmerie managed this to stop a large amount of smuggled gas. This amount of gas consisted of 12 bags of gas with a total weight about 9,000 kilograms. The smugglers terrorists were seeking to bring this amount of gas into the capital, and that was done in a legal way. In accordance with the established procedure and standards, this quantity was transferred to the customs detachment and immediately destroyed in the presence of the head of the BK-51 and BK-20 customs detachment, Mr. Suleiman and Hassan Jama. Within the framework also of combating illegal activity, manage customs element in cooperation and al-Watiq sport of the Myanmar force in Molote district located in Dikil Governorate managed to stop a large amount of smuggling gas in accordance with the procedure and the standard in force. This amount of smuggling of gas was also destroyed in the presence of the customs officer, including the head of the customs detachment in Dikil, and in order to stop such activity that harm the country's economy, the policy customs element national deployment of large human and material resources. So yesterday, Tuesday, Adilo district hosted the activities of the summer game, which are organized annually under the auspice of the State Secretary for Sports. The activity of this event started, which included, in addition to the football, athletic, panic, cycling, and basketball, within the participation of different competing teams within a special performance. The audience was so expressed by young people who expressed their feeling, their happiness to organize just a match. A football match was organized between the team of Adilo district. Another original scene, the locality of Belet, located 30 kilometers north of the city of Mogadishu, is one of the tourist areas in Somalia, which attracts dozens of young people from the capital on a daily basis. The correspondent of the Radio and Television Corporation in Somalia was part of the campaign in media to team a group of young men are heading to this area to spend the weekend between Osha and the farm are on the bank of the Shabelle River. After their arrival at the site, these young men were very impressed by the beauty of the place and the safety they feel, and also rainy weather they made the tour more interesting. It should be noted that the construction of the road linking Mogadishu, the capital, and the locality of Al-Edeye in Plate. These young people and others do such fine trips at the end of the holiday the week. Most of them also told us that they would like to do such a tour to go the other like Chilipe and so on. And for the international scene and at the Marcos, the women's national team achieved a historic achievement by qualifying for the round of 16 in the upcoming World Cup in Australia and New Zealand after its victory today, Tuesday, over its Colombian counterpart with a goal without a response in the third and final round of the 8 group competition. Mark's victory came thanks to Anisa Lamer's goal in stoppage time for the first half after following up a penalty kick rebound. Thus, the women of Morocco crossed into round of 16 with Colombia, while Germany paid farewell to the World Championship in 2003 and 2007 and ranked second in the world. The tournament was tied with South Korea when the Americans saw women will face France in the round of 60 next Tuesday, which leads the group 50 with 7 points. That's it for this edition. Thanks for attention and have a wonderful evening.